Salute and welcome to the Stories and Cocktails podcast, where you will enjoy an entertaining short story from acclaimed humor columnist Rob Krider. Story time is the family portion of the show. Then we move on from the stories to the cocktails. This is where the alcohol and the not safe for work portion of the show takes over, as Rob and his wife /editor /muse Sara Krider partake in some adult beverages and provide you with a behind the scenes recap of what really inspired the original story. Put your feet up, relax, and enjoy yourself a round of stories and cocktails. Cheers.
This article is called As Serious as a Heart Attack by Rob Krider. Hey, that's me. Women and men, they're different. I know that seems like an incredibly obvious statement, but I'm not talking about melons or other fruits and berries of the human anatomy. I mean, men and women are very different. I'm no doctor, but I did come up with this hypothesis after studying the opposite sex day and night for 16 years straight. I've conducted numerous experiments and trials with my own personal female specimen. My lab rat has been my wife, whom I love. What the research shows and what I've determined is that men and women are much more different mentally than they are physically. The male mind, admittedly smaller than the female mind, works to fix things, whereas the female mind works to complain about things. This is where the conflict begins. Women complain about something, men hear that complaint, realize there must be a problem, and then set out to fix the problem. Women have no intention of fixing any problems. They merely want to discuss it, at length, for hours, or even days. The scientific term for this behavior is called bitching. Women don't really want stuff fixed, they just want to bitch about it a little bit. Or to be more formal, women just want to discuss the issues. Men don't want to discuss, they want to do. Men are naturally deductive problem solvers. Here's an example. Problem: the lawnmower won't start. Question: does it have gas in it? Answer: no. Solution: go get gas, and maybe some beer. Men want to get things resolved, directly and quickly. Women don't want to resolve anything. They just want someone to listen. Men don't want to listen. Most communication between men and women will ultimately result in a conflict where the woman thinks the man is being a jerk for not listening, and the man considers the woman a nag for going on and on about nothing he can change. It is amazing, really, that the human race has survived this long, since these two species need to get together to procreate. Before I finalized my research and came to this conclusion that men and women think and communicate completely differently, I had to endure a very lengthy field experiment with my lab rat. Below are my notes from that experiment. It was a very hot day. As supportive parents, my wife and I were obligated to watch our daughter cheerlead at a football game. The teams were comprised of junior high students, so there really wasn't much in the way of football heroics or athleticism to keep our attention. We'd already heard the girls do the same 3 cheers 75 times in a row, and we knew them all by heart. There was a lull in the action in the field, and then my wife said, "It's hot out here." I didn't need her to tell me it was hot. It was 100 degrees outside, and the sun was beating directly on my skin as I sat right next to her in the bleachers. Since it was an obvious statement that she made, I thought she wanted me to do something about it. So I suggested, "Honey, would you like me to get you an ice water?" Her answer was, "No." 2 minutes later, she announced, "It's really hot out here." Again, I was aware of the heat, and she had just mentioned it previously, so I assumed she wanted me to do something about it. I offered, "How about some shade? Would you like me to go buy you an umbrella?" Her answer was, "No." Another 2 minutes went by, and she announced, "I'm really sweating. It's super hot out here." I knew that. I was sweating too. I was sitting adjacent to her in the exact same climate. The only reason to tell me for a third time that she was hot was because she wanted me to solve the problem for her. She wanted me to solve global warming. I asked, "Would you like me to start the air conditioning in the car over in the parking lot and then fan the cold air toward the bleachers 60 yards away?" She got angry. "No, smartass. I just wanted to whine about it. I don't need you to solve my problems. You're not God. You can't change the weather. I just wanted to complain a little bit." I had to ask, does complaining lower your body temperature? Because the longer you complain about it to me and don't want to listen to any of my suggestions, the higher my body temperature gets. She said, "Yes, complaining lowers my body temperature just a little bit, so you can just sit there and listen to it." So I did. I continued to listen, and she continued to complain about the heat until my body temperature got higher and higher until I thought I might pass out. That was when I realized why women outlive men. They transfer all their problems through bitching to their husbands. Men soak up all this negative energy like a sponge, while wanting to fix the problems women don't want to have fixed. And then one day, the poor guy just has a massive coronary failure and dies of a heart attack. Now, based on this research, I think they need to change the vows when people get married. Instead, they should ask, do you, Rob, take this woman's hand in marriage to comfort and to hold and to listen to her bitch and moan about every little detail of her life until it eventually kills you? I do. By the way, I'm currently sitting in stop-and-go traffic while my wife sits in the passenger seat telling me this traffic is taking forever, which means my life is getting shorter and shorter and shorter.
Okay, folks, it's time to pop that top and let's get to those cocktails.
Hey, welcome to Stories and Cocktails Podcast, drunken portion of the motherfucking show. I got my co-host with me. It's not my usual Mrs. Krider, it's Miss Krider, Addy Krider, my daughter the comedian. Welcome to the show.
That's right. That's me, Addy Krider. I'm your daughter.
I don't need your mom to do this show.
Yeah.
I'm either Miss Krider, Mrs. Krider, any bitch named Krider will do. I don't really care. It's just any, it doesn't matter.
Any bitch, your daughter.
Any bitch
sure.
named Krider is
Yeah.
going to work. It's going to be
Yeah.
fine. Well, I say that to you because you told some jokes about me today that were not very favorable to me as your dad. But, they were funny. So you played a great set at the Chico's
Thank you so much.
on your beginning NorCal tour.
That's right. I just finished up a show tonight. Tomorrow morning, I'm up bright and early to go to Fort Bragg. And then we go on from there.
Just a short 7.5 hours to beautiful Fort Bragg to do comedy.
Yeah, no biggie.
No big deal.
No big deal at all. I mean, there's comedy everywhere. I might as well just drive 7.5 hours away.
Exactly.
And even though at home there's comedy, walking distance from me.
Yeah,
back
where you live in
LA.
Los Angeles.
Yep.
You can go to the
Can't get
Comedy
enough
Store
there.
or the Improv or
Yep.
drive to Fort Bragg,
If I can go to Fort Bragg.
which is 10.5 hours from the Hollywood Improv.
Yep.
Okay, well, thank you for doing this. You had a great set tonight. Very, very funny.
Thank you.
Even though, like I said, a lot of the jokes made me look like a schmuck. That's okay. I don't mind.
People love that you sit in the front row and listen to me just talk about my vagina and having a sugar daddy, and you just love it. You eat it up, and that's great, honestly.
Yeah, well, it's like, just say vagina, say
Say
vagina.
vagina, yeah.
But then he's like, say vagina with your dad in the front row. That's fucking
it works
hilarious.
even better. Exactly.
No, the crowd really does like it.
They love it. They're like, that's her dad, dude.
Look at that poor schmuck in the front row.
Yeah, and people
What a fucking
ask
asshole.
you, they're like, dude, I don't know how you do it. Like, how do you, and you're like, she's fucking funny. That's how.
I get that every show. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, your daughter's so funny. I don't know how you can fucking sit here. I'm like, because she's funny, dude. It's comedy.
No, I wouldn't be this successful and this proud of what I do if I didn't have such a supportive dad. I mean, if you weren't so great, I'd probably be doing OnlyFans instead. And maybe I'd be making more money, but where would my self-respect be? I don't know.
Well, I don't know. It depends if your self-respect is based on how much money is in your account or how much gas you're going to spend tomorrow to get to Fort Bragg to
This
do
is
10 minutes
true.
of comedy.
This is true.
But I appreciate that. You don't have to say that to me just because I pay part of your rent. You don't have to keep kissing my ass on the show because you want to keep that rent check coming in. It's all
I
good.
do need the rent check.
So what are you drinking on the show today?
Let me crack it open for you. Oh, you hear that?
It sounds like a PBR.
No, that is a CFDC,
It
folks.
sounds like a CBD.
Now, CFDC is a caffeine-free Diet Coke. So you take a Coca-Cola and you take everything fun out of it, and that's what I'm drinking. I'm 7 months sober here on a drinking podcast.
CFDC. I'm drinking much different thing. I'm drinking a ranch water.
Nice.
Got the Topo Chico, got some good tequila in there, some unsweetened lime juice, very low calorie, getting me pretty drunk.
Yum, yum.
I've had many.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of alcohol for me to sit in the front row and hear you talk about your vagina.
No, I mean, when I started, it took a lot of alcohol to, get the guts to do that. But I've moved on from that. I learned people really like hearing about my vagina, so I don't need liquid courage to get me to do it. I'm
Yeah.
like, I know what you guys are here for. I know what you want. Here it is, my vagina. And look right there, that's my dad.
People lining up around the fucking block to hear about your vagina.
Yep.
And you're doing this shit sober.
Yes.
Well, as your dad, I'm immensely proud of you for being such a brave girl as a comedian and also in sobriety. Of course, I do support that sobriety, even though I do a drinking podcast.
It's pretty funny. I listen to your guys' podcast every week, obviously. I'm a big fan. And you guys just talk about how much you drink and how much weight you're gaining. And so I pull up visiting home and you're like, hey, how are you? I'm like, I'm sober and skinny. How the hell are you guys?
Fat and drunk. Yeah, mom and dad have been enjoying some food. In fact, I went to Sanger Tire, one of our sponsors, to get some tires mounted for our car. And the crew there are awesome. And they're like, oh, man, like, you look like you've been enjoying some food.
That's so
you're like,
fucked up.
muchas gordo. And like, that's the
Yeah.
thing about
Oh,
dudes.
wow.
Like, dudes will just tell you, like, you got fat. Like, you
Yeah.
women are very you're cunty to each other behind your backs.
Yeah.
But face to face, like, oh, you look nice.
Yeah.
Dudes will just say like, dude, you got fat. Like, how you doing? Like, the food must be good. You been traveling? Like, because you got fucking fat. Like, you haven't missed a meal. I'm like, God damn, man.
That's
Just
rough.
mount my fucking tires, dude.
Yeah.
Don't call me fat.
God,
Jesus Christ.
that's got to be their own insecurities they're projecting on you.
No, they're just my friends. I think they're just giving it to me straight. They're just like, you got fat, dude.
Women, it's like, you know what they really think when you lose weight. When you're fat, they're not going to tell you. But once you lose the weight, because I've been through this, then they're like, you look so good. Like, you look really good. And it's like, oh, I look good now. I see. You
So it's
noticed.
a compliment, but it's a really, really, really put down to how you
like
previously.
they very much point out, like, you lost weight.
Like, oh my God, you were so fucking fat before.
Really.
But now you look good.
Yeah.
Heroin does work.
Yeah, heroin works. Absolutely. No, skip Ozempic. I mean, I think heroin's probably just as expensive as Ozempic, but I think it's more fun. No, I've never done heroin. That's my suicide route. But I haven't gotten there yet. So
good. Well, I hope you don't. As your dad, please do not.
No, I won't. I'll be okay.
Now, once I die, being a fat fuck who ate too much food, you can then do whatever you want because I'll be dead.
No, it's true.
But don't do heroin and die
I'll finally
before.
start my OnlyFans.
Yeah, you could give my eulogy. Like, now that my dad is dead, I can finally make some real money on OnlyFans and do heroin.
Yep, that's
because
what I've
he's
always
gone.
wanted to do.
Yeah, that's what you know what, as a father, that's all I'm looking for. I mean, if you want to do that shit, that's fine. Just let the motherfucker die first.
I'm going to spare you of that. I promise.
You know what? You are my favorite child.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right now. You're getting a big fucking W in the win column for doing that.
Thank you.
Also, you're my favorite child because, and no shade to your brother, but we did a lot of garage time, you and me. So on the racing team, we got to replace engines on cars and shit. And so you were in the garage with me doing a lot of fucking busting knuckles, dirty, greasy work on cars.
Yeah. No, I loved it. It was fun. And we listened to some rock and roll music. It's where I got my music taste, was your garage. And I had a great time holding the flashlight and getting frustrated with you when you're like, hand me the thing. And I'm like, what? What thing? Hand me the thing. And you're pointing, but you're not pointing. And it's like, hand me that right there. That fucking screwdriver. Oh, okay. You fucking just say that, bro. Use your words, bro. I can't read your mind.
Well, I apologize for that. My mind's 1,000 places where I'm like, okay, I got to fucking unbolt this engine from the transmission, and I need a 10 millimeter socket, and I need you to fucking just read my mind when I'm holding this fucking transmission before it falls on the ground and crushes my goddamn foot. I'm like, get me the fucking thing. Hold the flashlight, fucking goddamn it.
Even if you did use your words, like, I'm still learning the vocabulary of a garage and what the fuck is a transmission and what is a screwdriver, Phillips head, flathead, what? Like, so I'm still learning that. I didn't walk in just knowing all of this shit. So it's like, use your words, but also like teach me, give me some knowledge, and maybe try pointing. Yeah, that would help.
I couldn't point. I was holding up the fucking engine.
No, that's fair.
Now, in my defense, sure, I probably didn't give you a lot of vocabulary about tools, but I did teach you how to curse. Like,
you did
learned how to curse in the garage, yeah.
And you know what? I did get some vocabulary, though.
Let's hear some.
Well, okay, I do know. I mean, it's pretty simple shit, but I learned that it's not super simple shit when I had a guy come over. He's a bassist, and he was fixing up my bass for me, like tightening shit. So I don't know the vocabulary of that, but he was fixing shit, and he needed some tools, and I was like, okay, do you need a Phillips head or a flathead? And he didn't fucking know. I brought him a flathead, and he's like, no, the other one. I'm like, oh. The Phillips head. You don't fucking know that shit?
That's why you don't fuck musicians, Addy.
I didn't fuck him. I used him. I didn't mean to use him, but I did exploit him for a free bass lesson, and he really fixed up my bass for me.
Even though he didn't know the name of the tool.
Even though he didn't know the name of the tool, he brought the strings closer to the neck. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because it was apparently a piece of shit, but it's better now. And
Good.
Listen, yeah. But I had to school him, and I'd take his manhood a little bit.
Yeah, it seems like you sort of made him feel like a little bitch.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, at least he tuned your bass.
Yeah, he's doing it.
So listen, I appreciate all the time you spent in our garage, helped me do a motor swap. So you don't remember this, but you and I did a full motor swap of a 1991 Nissan Sentra.
It. Yeah.
And we blew that motor up at Laguna Seca for a chump car race. You and I did the motor swap. Then that car went on to go back to the chump car for a podium finish at Laguna. Then we went to the 25 Hours of Thunder Hill podium finish at the 25 Hours Thunder Hill.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Part of the documentary film Double Down, which you can see on YouTube.
Yeah, motherfucker.
So that was you putting it in.
Yeah, I was like 8 too.
Yeah, because your mom wouldn't help.
There's a picture of me like cranking that motor down. I was in my PJs.
Exactly.
And my glasses. I was a little girl.
Exactly. Let's get this fucking engine in. I got to get to the races, so I appreciate your help.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you've left the house and your little hands don't hold the flashlight for me, I don't have anyone to help me. Your mom won't help for shit. So I keep trying to put a flashlight on the dog, the rescue dogs. The little fuckers, they just keep moving around. They won't sit there and look at me. It's very frustrating.
No, they're going to drop the ball into the engine and it's going to get lost.
Yeah, it's not good. Yeah. So yeah, I've got to find a little kid. Like I need to get like a foster child program just to help me in the garage.
Just say it straight. You want to have grandkids.
Okay. I didn't want to bring it up. I didn't want to say it like out in front, like outwardly, but like if you could just give me a little grandkid.
It's totally fair. I
need help in the garage.
No, yeah, let me stop everything I'm doing. and have a baby so that you have some small hands to hold that flashlight.
It's a very important task.
Yeah. No, it's fair. It is. Have you ever put one on your forehead?
Yeah, I have those. They're nice.
That'll do.
It does work.
Yeah.
But then no one's going to hear me curse and yell and throw shit.
No, it's true. I'll let
Give me
let my
a fucking
kids in
beer.
there. Yeah.
Give me a Phillips head screwdriver. Give me a 10-millimeter socket.
It is character development, you know?
Exactly.
To just throw my kid in there with you in the garage and see what happens.
Yeah, that way that kid someday goes to some girl's house trying to fix her bass.
He'll know.
He's not acting like some punk ass bitch like, oh, what the fuck?
Wait, the fucking screwdriver,
I don't know the
Allen's
difference.
wrench, do you have one? I don't fucking know.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And these boys in your house? Shameful. God damn.
I got a free bass lesson and he fixed it.
Gen Z, dude.
Exploitive. Yeah.
Who's going to fix things in like 20 years? Anybody?
No. Oh, you know what? TaskRabbit. We literally, because we don't know how to do shit, we created an app so that you can go find somebody to do shit for you.
Yeah, but the people who are on that app, they're going to start to age out. Right?
Yeah, they are.
In about 20 years, there's going to be nobody on TaskRabbit that knows how to actually snake a toilet or fix an air conditioning or replace an engine in a car.
No, it's true. I mean, I would love to look for a hustle to make extra cash, but I have nothing to offer TaskRabbit. I can't get on TaskRabbit and get hired to do tasks. I have nothing to offer you. You
can say, I have been certified in flashlight holding for engine replacement.
True.
Yeah.
That's true. I know my way around a garage a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
I can be trusted with certain power tools.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you. That's thanks to you.
All right. Well, you were a total badass. Honestly, I would say tonight was one of your best sets I've ever seen.
Thank you so much.
You absolutely crushed it. All new material, never seen before here locally. And it was really, really good. And your pace is good. And your energy is good. And your crowd stuff is good. So it's going to be a great NorCal tour. I'm super proud of you. So thank you for being another Krider bitch on the show.
Krider bitch.
We're going to bounce out of this show right now and go back to St. Patrick's Day Eve, when your mom and I tied one on pretty good because, hey, it's one of the best drinking holidays of the year.
We're Irish.
Our logo is green for a reason.
Hell yeah.
We gave the DNA test to your mom. She's 1,000% Irish as fuck.
She likes her beer.
We treat St. Patrick's Day Eve like a lot of people treat Christmas Eve. So we started the party early. Good luck on your tour and
Thank
segue
you.
on to St. Patrick's Day Eve. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey friends, I wanted to take the time to thank each and every one of you for listening to our stupid little drunk show, especially those who were kind enough to go on Venmo and throw a couple bucks our way to buy us a round of drinks at Stories and Cocktails. And if you want to help out the show, subscribe, like, and comment on whatever streaming platform you use, or all of them. Jesus, I sound like a 12-year-old YouTuber. And if you do buy us a round of cocktails, I promise we will put those drinks to good use and give you a shout out on a future episode. All right, thanks folks. Let's get back to the shit show. Hey, welcome to Stories and Cocktails podcast, drunken portion of the motherfucking show. We're coming to you live on tape from Fresno, California. Why are we in Fresno, baby?
Because that's where we live.
And we're trying to save money and lose weight.
Oh, yeah.
That's a plan.
Yeah.
Last year, we tried to lose as much money as we could.
Yeah.
And gain as much weight as we could.
Yeah.
We were immensely successful in those two things.
Oh, my God. If
spent
anyone has
all
ever
our fucking
been
money and got us fat as
successful,
shit.
We were the poster children for how to be successful.
We should
and
write a
goal.
self-help book, How to Lose All Your Money and Get Fat in 1 year.
Yeah.
Because we did that.
We did
We
it.
can like look at my Instagram posts.
Woo,
we did
woo.
that shit. So this year is let's not spend all our money and let's not gain all the weight.
Okay, speaking of your Instagram posts, this is the difference between women and men.
Okay.
Right? Because we have all the same friends. My women friends are your women friends, and your male friends are my male. I don't know that they're friends. And
Acquaintances?
this is why I'm going to tell you they're not my
This is
friends.
how a marriage works for 28 and a half years. If I have women friends on Facebook who are not your like very close friends, I'm in big fucking trouble.
Well, yeah.
100%.
The difference between male and female friends is female friends will empower you and tell you how great you look and how happy they're like, oh, you traveled all the way across the country and you tried all of the ice cream. You look beautiful. And I'm like, thank you.
You look younger.
Your male friends are like, you and Sarah got fat. And I go like this, ha ha ha, Rob got fat. And then they're like, and you did too. And I'm like, shut your fucking mouth. I'll cut you.
Shut your fucking goddamn mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, male friends are like, yeah, you saw all 30 MLB parks, but your wife gained a few pounds.
Fuck them.
30 pounds, 30 parks.
So we're out.
Well, listen, these
We're out.
people are speaking from a place they understand. If they had gone to Baltimore and eaten the friggin' Camden Yard fucking hot
The
dog,
warehouse dog.
they would understand how we could gain 30 pounds in 30 parks.
Listen, this is what I say to our male friends.
Let's hear it.
You're out.
You're fucking out.
We have no more male friends.
Well, that actually segues into our story, the difference between men and women.
Just female friends, that's it.
The story is called As Serious as a Heart Attack, published in Santa Maria Sun, September 27, 2012. It's a story about, men and women, blah, 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 Venus, Mars, yada, yada, yada. But it says the best line I think I've ever written in any humor column I've ever been involved in.
Do you want me to just air condition the air?
Should I open the car door and waft the air conditioning
Yes.
from our car in the parking lot at a football stadium towards your seat in the football stadium while you watch our daughter cheer football
Yes,
to cool you off?
I do.
Because what you said to me for about 2.5 hours, it's hot out here. It's hot out here. It's hot out here.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, what do you want me to do? An umbrella? Waft the air conditioning from the car in the parking lot? We want something to drink. What do you want? Why do you keep telling me it's hot here? I'm fucking sitting here too. I'm in the same fucking 114 degrees that you are. What do you need from me? You're like, why are you being such a fucking asshole?
Okay, so you wrote this article, and I don't want to credit you with anything ever.
Yeah, because fuck Rob Krider.
Right. But I'm going to credit you with this. The gist is that men are problem solvers and women are
Whiny, bitchy complainers?
well.
Oh, am I saying that wrong? Does that sound negative?
I kind of set myself up for that.
You sure did. You fucking walked right into that shit.
Both women and men create problems. Women will say in their out loud voices, they'll talk it through.
Ad nauseum.
Yeah. And
Forever.
men will just
Pointlessly.
Okay, whatever. So
You want ice water? You want to go home? What are we fucking doing here?
So you wrote this article.
Yes.
And fuck you for it.
Because it's a fucking funny article and it helps marriages.
By the way, fuck you. But I worked with men. So I lived with you, a man, and I also worked with men. So
Right.
I had to kind of figure out how do I get along with men?
Because at home is easy. If you fed me and you fucked me, life was good. But at
Well,
work,
yeah.
that was awkward.
Yeah.
If you fed and fucked the guys you taught math with
Yeah, no, I mean, I fed
at
him.
junior high school,
But then I was like, I draw the line.
it turns out it comes down to more fucking than feeding.
Yeah. Well, so anyways, you wrote this article, which, like I said, did I say this already? Fuck you.
You mentioned it. It came up
Okay.
a bit.
So I'm at a math conference. This is a professional development. This is adults only. I'm writing a lesson. And to be fair, it's a fucking kick-ass lesson because I write kick-ass fucking lessons.
You are a very good content creator.
So I am creating the content and I'm writing the lesson and I'm on my laptop and I'm typing and I'm clip art and putting it all in. And I'm just and then this will happen and this will, and all the magic will happen and all of the students will learn all of the math, but my computer is dying. The battery is blinking at me.
Wait. Hold, just so I can clarify. You're telling me you went to a training day
Yeah.
where you knew you were going to sit in a hotel, conference room
No, this was a training weekend.
Okay,
I was
so-
spending the night.
for 2 days.
Yeah.
And then you knew you might probably not have access to a plug or whatever.
Right.
And what you decided to do was ignore the fact that your computer only has so much capacity for battery life.
Yeah.
You just rolled in with fucking 15% battery.
Yeah, but you're ignoring the fact that I was writing the greatest lesson ever.
Now, can you write a really good lesson if your battery dies?
Well, I can, but I do keep saying, I'm type, space bar, type, but I do say oh, my battery's going to die. But then I just keep typing.
You're ignoring it like a teenage pregnancy.
Right. And then I space bar. Oh,
Maybe the baby won't come before I have prom.
my battery is dying. And then I just keep creating more beautiful content.
Genius flying out of your fingertips.
Yeah, it is. It's just math teacher extraordinaire. All of the math teachers they're behind me and they're just oh my God, what is she typing? What are we going to teach?
They start with a slow clap.
Yeah. Yep.
And then it moves to the big clap, the end
Yep.
of a fucking
Yep.
really good John Hughes film.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be great.
No, that's 100% what was happening.
Oh, I love this.
But I kept saying through it, I'm my battery is dying. And I keep saying that in my out loud voice because here's the thing. It's a reminder to me. You
might want to save first. Save as your friend.
But your story, I worked with men. And so as I am creating the opus of all math lessons, I keep accidentally saying in my out loud voice, I'm going to run out of battery. I have a coworker who's a male. And he says, I'll just go get your fucking charging cord. And I was like, no, I mean, like, I just keep noting it to myself because I know eventually I need to get up and get it. And he's just like, I got it. I have my own charging cord. It works with your computer. I went to my room. I got it. He's like, can you just shut the fuck up about it? He like plugs his cord in. He makes like a big fucking manly production out of it. He like connects it. It's like so dramatic connecting my computer
He's like,
to his
"Would you
charging
please
cord.
shut the fuck up while I plug this in. And I never
Yes.
have to hear you again say you're going to run out of battery.
Yeah. So here's the thing is that this was shortly after you wrote that story. So I
recognized.
No, I was going to kill him. I was literally going to kill him. I was just like, dude, I'm writing the greatest fucking lesson ever. You just interrupted me with this fucking dramatic production of like, oh my God, I'm charging your computer. And the thing is I'm like, you know, you're going to use this lesson later. And he's like, no, I mean, I wanted to plug you in because I knew this was going to be like
he's
great
like, look,
lesson.
if you let your battery die before you hit save, then nobody gets this lesson. So we all need to work together as a village to keep you, a female, afloat.
Because you had written this article, I was like, I don't need you to air condition the whole planet. My battery hadn't run out yet. The thing is that as a female, what I understand is when I say in my out loud voice, my battery is about to run out, I actually get 3 more minutes of charge because I said it. That's the thing that women understand that men don't understand is when you acknowledge that it's about to happen, you get 3 more minutes.
Now, if as a man, when a woman cries out with a problem, it's a call to action. Now,
No.
it would be weird to say like, oh, shucks, golly, is your computer about to die? I don't know what to do.
Okay, because you said that though, like, okay, so if I said my computer's about to die, that gives me 3 more minutes. And then you're like, oh shit, are you kidding me? Is your computer about to die? That's another 3 more minutes. We would get 6 more minutes of power just from that interaction.
Hypothetical power.
No, the real true power. Everyone knows.
Actually, if you understand anything about electricity, you
No.
know that is not how it works.
Humility actually charges life. That's the thing that you don't understand as a man. Humility. So I say, oh
You're
shit.
talking about rainbows and fucking flying ponies.
Yeah, that powers the world.
Look, I know you grew up with those
Everyone
cartoons.
fucking knows this.
This is not how the world works. It works off of fucking coal and energy.
He's like, here's your fucking charging cord.
Bitch.
It's actually my charging cord. I went to my room. I got my charging cord.
He's like, because I'm at fucking 97%. Because I rolled into this fucking training
Right.
program with my battery charged.
And he's like, use my charging cord to charge your fucking computer so you can shut the fuck up about it. So I was about to commit homicide of a coworker. I was going to kill him. But your article was in the back of my head.
Resonating in your mind.
Yes. And so I was like, oh my God.
Speak mad truth, yo.
This stupid fucking article that he wrote about our marriage is actually saving my career right now. Because I'm like, oh, I'm married to a man and he fucking annoys the shit out of me. And now I work with men and they annoy the shit out of me. Why are all of the men
let me
in
get
my
this straight.
life trying to...
Men annoy the shit out of you because they want to plug in your computer and give you
Yes.
an ice water when you're hot or your computer's dying?
It didn't need fixing. My computer wasn't dead yet.
If it didn't mean fixing, why'd you fucking say it?
Because I was making a mental note to myself. It was
Why
like
don't you
this.
make a mental note and shut the fuck up about it?
No, it was a race against time. It was like, hey, Sarah, you got to hurry up.
Open Apple S for save.
You got to write the best fucking lesson ever
That
in
no one will ever get to read because my battery's gonna die.
17 minutes or less because your battery is dying. You know why he was so anxious to bring me that charging cord?
Because you wouldn't shut the fuck up about it?
No, because he knows it was the best lesson ever and he wanted to borrow it and teach it to his fucking kids.
Well, this is how it works with you in our marriage. I know you got the best pussy ever, and I want you to be happy. So when you're bitching and complaining about how hot it is, I'm trying to keep you happy so I can get the best pussy ever. Just like your coworker, one of the best lesson ever. We all want to keep you in the zone, baby.
Right.
So when you complain, it's a call to action for men.
Yes.
We're looking out for you, baby.
No, you're looking out for your fucking selves.
Oh, I want to bust a nut. He wants to not do a lesson plan.
Yeah. You are looking out for yourselves.
Takes a village.
You both know, you and my coworkers, you both know that the best answer is me and
Okay,
what
goddamn.
I am providing.
It's complex. Here's why. As your husband,
Yeah.
let's talk about some marriage stuff here.
Okay.
Let's say you give me this lesson, like, hey man, listen, when I say it's hot outside, I'm not asking you to solve it. I know you're not Nostradamus or God. You can't fix the fucking weather. Let's say I go, oh, okay, thank you for that lesson. So next time you start complaining, I just ignore you. and I stop listening to you.
Then I say to you, like, get off the fucking Instagram. Why aren't you listening to me?
Yes. So
Phone
then later
face.
you're like, you're not listening to me. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
I've actually tuned you out because I realize you just want to bitch
No.
and I can't solve your problem. So I can't deal with the stress of a problem I can't fix. So I'm just going to stop listening. And then you get mad at me for not listening. So you're mad at me for solving problems.
Okay.
You're mad at me for not listening.
Okay.
You're fucking mad at me no matter what. This is a problem with men and women. It's very complex.
No, it's not complex. I mean, it's complex for you guys because you guys are so fucking stupid.
If it's not a problem you want anyone to solve, why don't you just internalize
okay,
it?
so that's what I learned is that if you're working with men, don't say things in your out loud voice.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's what men want.
Yeah. That's what I learned.
Well, that's a very important lesson.
But if I surround myself with women and I just want to talk and I want to be like, dude, it's so fucking hot in here. And I'm pretty sure my computer's going to die. Women are just like, I know it is hot. And goddamn, these computers, like, they just don't stay charged.
Fucking Steve
long
Jobs
enough.
couldn't make a bigger battery for this fucking computer.
Right. Women just cheer me on. They're just like, well, I mean, keep going. Like, they're like this.
Just keep time till that fucker dies.
They're like,
that's a good plan.
we know you're going to write the best lesson ever.
Yeah,
and
no one will ever see it.
You're going to get it
your
in there
battery's
before
gonna
the
die.
computer dies.
Who could fucking know?
This is why I hate you.
Yeah, I know. I know you hate me. What are you drinking, by the way?
I'm drinking Mick Ultra. Thank you very much.
I'm drinking a little uncaffeinated Diet Coke and Sailor Jerry spice rum. Very delicious. A little difference from my usual, the Sailor Jerry. A little higher octane than the Captain Morgan's.
Yeah.
So what we did today was we went to the Clovis beer crawl.
Yeah.
So we're a little beer drunk. And we learned today that Rob's a little bit of a dick on beer.
No.
I try to drink only hard alcohol these days. So we went to the beer crawl, which is a craft brew fest where you get a glass, you pay $40, you get to go around the little city, and they fill your little glass up, made of plastic on purpose because people get drunk. It is also St. Patrick's Day Eve.
Yeah.
So we all wore our green shit. We were ready to get drunk.
Yeah.
They had green beer. We were all about it.
Yes.
But what you forgot was that I stopped drinking beer a while back.
Last night you told me, hey, when I drink beer, nobody likes it. I become like a bit of a dick. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. You're fine. You're fine. And then I found myself.
We were like stop number 2.
Yes, we were in the second fucking stop. And then I just look at you. You have this shit-eating grin on your face. And you were about to get in a fight with the bouncer. And the bouncer was looking at me like, ma'am.
Handle this motherfucker.
And I was like, oh, shit. He is a fucking motherfucker.
I was at the Craft Brew Fest and I decided there was a lot of injustices.
There's no injustices.
Well, I decided internally that the world is treating me wrong and I didn't think it was right. So there's a checklist of like 20 places to go to get your beer.
Yeah.
It's like a map. So you just go to places. Now, some places are checking you off.
Yeah.
So you can only go one time.
Yeah.
Which I thought that was an injustice.
That you can only go one time?
I paid my fucking $40. I want to go as many times as I want between 2 o'clock and 5:30. Drink as much beer as I can and be drunk as I can get on St. Patrick's Day Eve. So I was pissed about that. Then we're in this particular bar, Outlaw Tavern, and they have an outdoor patio, which I've sat outside and drank 1,000 times. It's a cordoned off spot where you can drink outside. Do it all the time. So this place is crowded because this fucking thing is popular. There's a shit ton of people standing in line trying to get their fucking beers. And so we're all kind of crammed together. And I go outside with my fucking little 8 ounces of beer. And the bouncer's like, you can't go out there with that beer. And I decided this is the biggest injustice in the world. I'm not having it. I'm not fucking having it. I'm not doing this shit today. It's so loud in there. Everyone's like, we're going to go outside? I go, yeah, he says we can go outside. And then the bouncer's like, no, sir, I told you can't go outside with that beer. I go, yeah, I heard you. They're like, what are we doing? I'm like, we're going outside with these beers. So he's getting fucking pissed.
Well, and because he's looking at the rest of us and he's like, you can't go outside. And you keep looking at us and you're like, come on,
we're going
let's
outside.
Go outside.
Let's go outside.
And he's like kind of like scary looking. And he's just like, you cannot go outside.
I'm like, we're going outside. All of us. Let's fucking do this.
And you're just like, he says we can go outside right now. Everybody, let's go outside.
And every time he kept saying, you can't go outside, I'm like, I know, we said we can go outside. So he wants to stab me in the throat. He does look like he just got out of Folsom Prison recently, like within like 48 hours.
Yeah.
And everyone in our group was confused because one, they're mad at me anyways, we're there.
Yeah.
And they're confused why I'm giving like controversial information.
Yeah.
And they know this guy wants to kill me.
Yeah.
And so I found that all to be hilarious. I thought that was fucking hilarious. And then you're like, what are you fucking doing? And I was like, I told you, I drink beer and I'm a dick. this is your fault.
But we were all getting frustrated because you were testing the water.
I was being hilarious.
No.
So we left that particular location. We went to another location. Now, a bunch of spots, like 20 spots. We go to one spot, you wait in line for fucking 20 minutes. You get the front of the line. They check your ID. You get your wristband. You have your cup. You get inside, and they're like, we're out of beer.
Yeah.
Now, I'm fucking, again, the injustice of it all. I'm like, this is injustice, right? So this brewery, which I love, Barrel House, they have a brewery in Fresno.
Yeah.
And they have one of my favorite beers, Cold Brew. And I'm like, okay, listen, this thing goes from 2 o'clock to 5:30.
It was like 3:30.
I wrote it down. It was 3:37.
And they were out of beers.
So we're an hour and 37 minutes into this fucking brew fest. You need to bring enough kegs to pour beer open tap for fucking 3.5 hours from 2 to 5:30. They're out of fucking beer in an hour and 37 minutes. Now, I'm not happy. The injustice of it all.
Yeah.
So anyways, Barrel House, you fucked it, kid,
Yeah.
on St. Patrick's Day Eve.
Yeah, I know, that pissed us off.
Yeah, I wasn't having it. I wanted to get in a fight. But now I'm not going to get in a fight with some fucking 22-year-old girl who doesn't even work at the brewery.
Well, you
All
tried
she could
to.
do to say to me was, we're out of beer.
You tried to.
I'm like, you better fucking squat and piss some beer out of your vagina because I need some beer right
Wow.
now. I need alcohol in my body. I'm going to get in a fight.
And that's when you got in a fight with me.
Yeah, you weren't happy about that either. You were unhappy with me all fucking day. And so I loved you all day and you hated me all day.
I didn't hate you all day.
But then we got to see a thing go down. We saw some shit go down today. There we were, minding our own business with some friends. Now, no names will be mentioned in this particular part of the podcast because there's some guilty people and some innocent people. We have a very good friend. Her name is Elle.
Okay, she's our bestie, and I love her so fucking much. She did nothing wrong. She's dating a new man,
Yeah.
and
He's a firefighter.
and I don't think that he did anything wrong either. I mean, I don't know. The jury's still out on him. I'm still meeting him.
I like him.
I met him for the first time today.
I was on team firefighter.
But I don't know how we're going to talk about this.
Let me sell it and you can tell me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
There we were, enjoying our day.
Yeah.
At the Clovis Brew Crawl, a lot of injustices happening to me.
Right.
People running a beer.
You were super upset.
Bouncers are telling me I can't drink beer outside. Fuck them.
Right.
Now we decide to ramp things down a bit. We're sitting outside. Wonderful restaurant. We're eating friggin' sliders, having a good time. Elle is there. She's got a new firefighter boyfriend. Hung and burn love. It's all good. He gives a little backstory. He's like, hey, my ex, a little cray. I'm like, hey, girls be, bitches be crazy. It's all good, right? All of a sudden, we're sitting there, and now another party comes in to this 6-person table. You and I, our backs are to this person. And she says initially, are you guys having a great time today? And I was like, yeah, we are having a great time. I'm like, oh, is she part of the Clovis Chamber of Commerce? Like, this was a pretty good beer crawl.
Yeah.
I do have some small problems with the running out of beer with Barrel House, and the bouncer at was a dick. But anyways, other than that, it was great.
We were having a great
Yeah, it
time.
was fucking, the food was
And
good.
So she kind of came in like that.
And so we were a little bit caught off guard.
Yeah.
We didn't know who she was.
Yeah.
Who she was is his ex-wife.
It was all coming at me very, very, very fast.
Yes.
And taking me like a minute.
Things went
to-
nuclear rapidly.
To catch up.
His ex-wife, currently in the middle of a divorce, and she's not very happy that he is with our friend Elle. So she decides to have a open-air domestic situation between her ex-husband and his new girlfriend, Elle. So she throws in this crazy tirade of fucking hate and discontent and fuck you. Now, you were drunk and caught off guard.
Yeah.
You were fucking late to the party.
I'm still drunk and caught off guard.
So
at
I'm
the
like,
party.
oh shit, this guy just told me about his ex and she is here and it's going down. And he kind of like kicks his elbow out. He's like, you need to get out of here. Right.
Okay.
I was like, oh, here we go. And then she just lights up Elle. He's not even talking to his kids anymore, blah, blah, blah. And then Elle's like, actually, those aren't his kids. Those are your kids. And she's like, you know what? You're like number 5. You're like the 5th one. And she goes, good. I'm glad. I don't want to be the first one. I don't want to be the rebound girl. And they got heated and ugly. And I look over you and you're still totally lost as to what is happening. I'm like, baby, what's happening is his ex-wife has found us all enjoying the greatest day at the Clovis Beer Crawl, minus some problems with the beer. And then Elle is getting fucking berated by this chick. He is like, fuck. Elle then says, hey, you're in the presence of law enforcement. And she points to me. She's like, he's in law enforcement.
Well,
and I'm like,
yeah.
well, I mean, I'm retired. She's like, so if you want me to get a restraining order on you, we're going to make that happen right now. So you understand what's going on. I'll get you fired from your job. I know where you work. Don't do this. And I was like, oh, fuck, dude. The good news is no one was harmed. Like, nobody got their ass kicked.
No.
Nobody touched a person. They said their piece, basically. And then she says, I know about you. I heard you're pretty good in bed, whatever. And she's like, I am. I'm taking care of him. I wanted to turn around. I'm like, I heard she sucked his balls inside out last night. But I was like, that's crude. I don't want to escalate shit, so I didn't say shit. And I'm looking at you like, what should we do? And you're still just like, what's happening? I don't even know what's happening. I'm like, this is the greatest show on earth. That is what's fucking happening. This shit is going down, and you're like not participating in it. So finally, the ex left. It was a fucking nuclear bomb went off at our table. Wow. It was crazy. So yes, this article talks about the difference between men and women. And yeah, I try to solve your problems. And yeah, I get drunk and I'm kind of a dick. But we don't have real problems, baby. I saw real problems today. I saw what it looks like. You and I don't have them.
I didn't know what to do.
You were totally fucked.
I didn't. Because
The look on your face was you were completely caught off guard.
I was really caught off guard. I did not know what to do. I was like, you're
crazy.
My beautiful bestie friend, because I don't even know. I was so lost. Like, just all of a sudden I saw her hackles were up. And I felt like I was like, oh shit, it's going down. Like, I need to throw down. Like, I've got her back. But then it was like just directed at this other woman. And it was so confusing. And then this woman was like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, but also you seem really broken and hurt. And I want to get to the bottom of your problem. Like, I didn't know what to do. I was just a deer in the headlights. I'm going to chat GPT this later. Like,
what should you do in the situation?
Hey, Siri.
All you could do in that situation
Hey,
is
Alexa.
escalate and get your face kicked in.
What do I do when one of my best girlfriends is being attacked by her current boyfriend's ex? Like, what role do I play?
You just stay out of it.
I don't want to do that, though. Like,
It's not like an injustice somewhere is injustice everywhere. Like, it's not Martin Luther King. Like, it was a fucking scorned woman and a new girlfriend. And they had their words and they got on with it and they both handled it well. I think Elle won that battle.
100%.
And that was kind of fun to see.
No, it wasn't fun to see. It hurt me.
I was just into confrontation today. I was like, let's get in a fight.
You were.
I was in a fight. I like fights. Beer. I don't drink
were.
beer for a reason.
And
I don't know why. I've been in bars. I'm like, the Raiders lost. I'm getting in a fight tonight.
I learned from our daughter, like, to love other women, to accept other women, to be a girl's girl, like support other women. So I didn't really know. Like, she didn't tell me what I do when other women are at odds with each other. Like, it's super easy to support other women when we're just all like, hey, we're women.
Yeah, fuck the patriarchy.
We support each other. But when other women are at odds with
in competition
each other,
for the same man,
I'm like, I don't know what Addy, you haven't taught me what to do here. I'm not sure.
Don't feel shame. We went to the Clovis Craft Brew Fest. We got drunk. We got beer drunk. And then, we made it home.
So, yeah, that was our day at the Clovis Brew Fest.
We were marked safe from the Clovis Brew Fest. Nobody got in a fight physically. A lot of terse words were said.
Mental shenanigans.
I'll be sending a tersely worded email to Barrel House Brewing of Fresno about running out of beer at 337 at the
and
Brew
to
Fest.
The Clovis Chamber of Commerce.
Definitely getting a fucking email from me, Clovis Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
This is not the last you heard of Stories and Cocktails. And Karen and Kevin, we got a lot to say about this shit. Let's raise a glass.
Thank you for joining us again.
Cheers.
And that was Last Call. You did it. You survived an episode of Stories and Cocktails. But did Rob or Sarah's liver survive the show? I don't know. Tune into the next episode to find out, to enjoy some more stories and some more cocktails. By the way, if you want to support the debauchery of the show, then buy the host their next round by Venmoing a couple of gold doubloons at Stories and Cocktails. Back in the day, a gold doubloon was only $4 Spanish. Who knew? Well, folks, I'll be right here behind the bar, cleaning the glassware and awaiting your return to the Stories and Cocktails podcast. Cheerio, friends.
If you enjoy hearing Rob Krider's different humor columns here on the Stories and Cocktails podcast, then I promise you will love his novel, Cadet Blues. Cadet Blues is Rob's hilarious tell-all about desperately trying to survive the shock and awe boot camp-style training at the California Highway Patrol Academy. People from all different walks of life have come to love this book because Cadet Blues is simply a crazy good read. Heartfelt, inspiring, and damn funny. It's available in paperback through Amazon, eBay, or cadetblues.com, where you can get free shipping and a personalized autographed book. Or you can download a digital copy of Cadet Blues from Amazon Kindle, Barnes & Noble Nook, or Apple iBooks. Do yourself a favor and check out the novel, Cadet Blues.